Are you tired of the false promises about making money? Maybe you've already tried jumping into the world of affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, or drop shipping, and found that it's not quite as easy as they say. The truth is a little different. Most people look for wealth in the wrong places and have no idea they're walking past million-dollar opportunities every single day. Almost everyone thinks that risking it all and starting from scratch is the only way to build wealth, but actually the smartest path to wealth is owning cash-flowing businesses that are winning right now, because these businesses are quietly generating serious cash, since they already have customers and a steady income. And guess what? Many owners who are making millions are often ready to retire and sell their businesses. The best part? You don't need a fortune to buy such a small business. You can buy it with creative financing and turn it into your personal wealth-building machine. In Main Street Millionaire, Codie Sanchez explains step-by-step how to find the right businesses, how to buy them, and how to acquire cash flow and freedom with these overlooked Main Street businesses. This way, you don't need to hack the startup game. In fact, most people think getting rich means launching the next big app or gambling on stocks or crypto. But the real secret? It's in the businesses people drive past every day without a second thought, like laundromats, plumbing services, and car washes. These businesses aren't struggling startups. They're already making money, running like well-oiled machines and quietly printing cash for their owners. A guy named Wayne Huizinga figured this out early. He began working for a small waste collection firm. He noticed the money coming in and convinced his boss to sell him a small share of the business. That one move turned into Waste Management, the largest waste disposal company in the world. Later, he did the same thing with Blockbuster and AutoNation. His strategy? Buy small, overlooked businesses, scale them, and build an empire while everyone else is busy chasing the latest trends. Now, interestingly, there's never been a better time to do this. Every year, thousands of business owners are retiring, and most don't have a plan for who takes over. These aren't failing businesses. They're solid companies with steady profits, loyal customers, and owners who are simply ready to step away. And because younger generations aren't lining up to take over, these businesses are up for grabs. Think about it. People will always need their AC fixed, their clothes washed, their roofs repaired. These aren't industries that vanish overnight. They don't rely on hype or the next viral trend. They just work. And that's exactly where the biggest opportunities are hiding. Now that we know small businesses are packed with potential, the next question is, how do you find the right one? Not every small business is worth owning. Some are money machines running smoothly and pulling in steady profits. But others are a total headache waiting to happen. The trick is knowing how to spot the difference before signing any papers. A solid business doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to work. Take laundromats. Machines do most of the work. Customers keep coming back, and the overhead is low. Or service businesses like plumbing and HVAC repairs, problems that people can't ignore. No one waits a week to fix a busted pipe. These businesses have something most startups can only dream of: consistent demand. The best businesses to buy are the ones that already have paying customers and a simple operation. They don't rely on trends, and they don't need constant reinvention to stay afloat. That's why industries like lawn care, car washes, and pool cleaning stand out. People pay for these services regularly, and they don't need complicated marketing to bring in new clients. Now, picking the right business isn't just about what makes money. It has to fit your skills and lifestyle. Someone with a background in logistics could thrive running a small moving company. Or imagine someone who has a network in construction. That could make buying a roofing or home repair business a smart move. The key is to work with what you already know. Jumping into an industry with zero experience, that's a fast way to drain your bank account. And here's a simple rule that makes all the difference. Don't buy a business just because it's available. It has to check the right boxes: steady revenue, reliable customer base, and enough room to grow. But picking the right business is only half the battle. The next step? Making sure you're not walking into a financial disaster. That's where due diligence comes in. A business can look perfect on the surface. Steady revenue, solid reputation, loyal customers. But numbers don't lie, and a bad deal will always show itself if you know where to look. Buying the right business isn't just about spotting a good opportunity. It's about making sure there are no hidden surprises waiting to drain your profits. So evaluating a Main Street business before buying is a critical step to building wealth, and this is where you will need to get detail-oriented. The first thing to check is the cash flow. A business isn't valuable if it can't pay its own bills. The revenue has to cover debt, pay a decent salary, leave enough for growth, and still put real money in your pocket. If it barely scrapes by, it's not worth the risk. If these basics check out, check how strong the business stands using the SOWS system, an easy way to spot businesses with real potential. S stands for stale, and stale is good. A business that hasn't changed much in years? That's a good thing because it means there's plenty of room to improve and grow. O means old, and old businesses have something priceless: loyal customers who come back year after year. W looks for weak competition, even better. That means the market is wide open for someone to step in and do things better. And S means simple. The simpler the business runs without constant oversight or complicated systems, the easier it is to take over without stress. Does your prospective purchase meet the SOWS criteria? Then it's time for another acronym, the BRRT framework. Look for businesses that collect payments before delivering the service. So think buy for the B. That's a reliable cash flow right from the start. The first R is about resisting tough times. Recession-proof industries like plumbing, waste removal, and auto repair always stay in demand. It doesn't matter what the economy is like. A good business should also allow room to adjust prices as costs change. So the second R stands for raise, and T brings us to tech. Look for old school operations where even basic computer systems could make things run smoother. Of course, there are red flags too. A business struggling with cash flow, messy financial records, or unhappy customers, those are warning signs. If the numbers don't add up, if there's a history of bad reviews, or if the business relies on shady accounting tricks to stay afloat, it's better to walk away. On the other hand, let's say you've found a solid business and everything checks out, but you don't have hundreds of thousands sitting around. Here's how to buy a business without breaking the bank. Most people think owning a business means saving up for years or taking out a massive loan. That's not the case. In fact, most small businesses change hands without the buyer paying everything up front. The real game is in creative financing, using smart strategies to close the deal without draining your bank account. Seller financing is one of the best ways to do it. Instead of paying the full price at once, the seller agrees to receive payments over time. This keeps things simple. No need for massive bank loans, and the payments come straight from the business's profits. A $500,000 business making $200,000 a year? A buyer could put down $50,000 and work out a plan to pay the rest from the money the business generates. The seller benefits too. Spreading payments over time often lowers their tax burden. Another solid option is SBA loans, government-backed loans designed for buying small businesses. They come with lower interest rates and longer repayment terms, making them a great option if the business has a strong financial history. The catch? It takes longer to get approved and the business has to meet certain requirements. There are even ways to buy a business without taking on debt. However, with ingenuity and commitment, you can find financing solutions that set you on the path to building wealth through Main Street business ownership. But the biggest advantage of creative financing? It opens the door to business ownership for people who don't have piles of cash sitting around. Most business owners aren't looking for a quick lump sum. They want a reliable way to transition out while securing their earnings. Knowing how to structure the right deal means getting control of a profitable business without putting everything on the line. Buying a business is one thing, running it the right way is another. The first few months after taking over can make or break everything. So what's the best way to keep things running smoothly and set yourself up for success? The first step to keeping the business steady. Customers don't like sudden changes, and employees don't want to feel like their jobs are at risk. That's why one of the smartest moves is having a meeting with the entire team, alongside the previous owner, so the transition feels smooth. Letting employees know their work is valued keeps morale high, which means the business runs without unnecessary hiccups. Once things are settled, it's time to focus on leadership. If the plan is to own multiple businesses down the road, hiring a solid operator is the best move. A great operator takes care of the daily work, allowing the owner to focus on growth. If the business can't afford a high-level manager, it's worth it. If not, the owner needs to stay hands-on until the revenue supports it. After the team is in place, it's time to make the numbers work. Speeding up cash flow is one of the easiest ways to strengthen a business. This can mean offering discounts for early payments, streamlining expenses, or cutting unnecessary costs. Any service that isn't bringing in strong profits, it might need to go. Any process that slows things down, it needs a fix. Even small upgrades such as improving payroll systems or automating tasks can increase efficiency. This also frees up time for more important decisions. Now that your business is stable, it's time to think bigger. Owning a business is one thing. Turning it into a wealth-building machine is another. The difference comes down to strategy. Small adjustments in pricing, sales, and operations can take a business from just paying the bills to pulling in serious profit. One of the easiest ways to boost revenue is through pricing. A lot of business owners hesitate to charge more, afraid they'll lose customers. The reality? Small price increases, done the right way, often go unnoticed, while adding up to thousands in extra profit. Another smart move is introducing premium services. Customers who trust a business are often willing to pay more for better service, faster delivery, or exclusive offers. Another game changer is upselling. Selling to new customers is expensive. Selling more to existing customers? That's where the real money is. Bundling services, offering long-term contracts, or suggesting add-ons at checkout can boost profits. You don't need to find more customers to do this. Recurring revenue is another level of security. Setting up subscriptions or maintenance plans brings steady income. This is better than relying on one-time sales. A cleaning business offering monthly deep clean packages, or a landscaping company providing seasonal upkeep turns customers into long-term clients. Outsourcing is another way to scale fast. Some tasks don't need to be handled in-house. Hiring specialists, virtual assistants, or subcontractors means the business can grow without burning out the core team. Less time on routine tasks means more time on strategy and expansion. Technology is another edge. Many small businesses still run on old-school systems. Simply responding to leads faster can lead to more sales. A roofing company that answers customer inquiries in minutes instead of hours wins more jobs. A service-based business that automates scheduling and payments reduces delays and keeps customers happy. Growth isn't about working more hours. It's about making every part of the business run smoother, faster, and smarter. The stronger the systems, the bigger the opportunities. When a business runs itself efficiently, expansion becomes the next logical step. Finally, you can leverage social media to create attention-grabbing content. Find your niche on platforms like TikTok or Instagram. A cleaning service might share satisfying before and after videos. A roofing company could post time-lapse repairs. When you combine these modern marketing moves with solid business basics, fair pricing, great service, quick responses, you've got a formula for lasting success. That's how small businesses become wealth-building machines. Do you think buying an existing business is a smarter move than starting from scratch? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more summaries to become better with books.